Yeah, to me, hitting is about more than feel. It's like, what are you watching? What are you seeing? If you're seeing the baseball, are you seeing the ball properly? Are you just looking at white and hitting white? Like for me, that was not my preparation. My preparation was, if I'm hitting front toss or soft toss or tee, I needed to look at one area on the ball. Like I needed to focus on an area where I know that if I, like for example, when I was hitting tee, I always wanted to like put the ball this way. And why I wanted to put that ball that way, because my main focus was to try to hit the ball in the seam, in the inside bottom. Why inside bottom? Because if I hit inside bottom, that's created. You understand? That angle is created. So so it was not like being on top. A lot of people say, no, just get on top. If you say get on top, you're gonna get on top of the ball. That's a ground ball. Yeah. I wanna be chopping the ball down, but inside part, so I create that angle. So what happened? Look at the impact.
Yeah.
On the bat and the ball. It's just so little.
Right.
So little impact.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, if I focus here and I end up missing here, that's a good miss.
Yeah. You got barrel to use there. Yeah.
It does. This ball still could be drive.
Right.
So if I miss here and I square the ball, it's a good miss.
Yep.
But now, let's say I'm always facing or shooting to hit this area. If I miss here, what is it? It's a ground ball. It's a hook.
Yeah.
If I miss top, it's a ground. So if I miss bottom, so I wanted to like work at the area where I know that if I miss, it's still a good miss. You understand, right? Like, so for me, everything was visual.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at that, so I know, it's kind of like when we're shaking hands, right? What do we do?
Eye contact.
We do this,
Yeah.
right? No, actually, it's kind of like, right? We're gonna go like that.
Go up, yeah.
So close your eyes, shake my hand.
I can't.
Exactly. So you will miss, right? You will miss my hand. So hitting is like where I'm looking. Where I'm looking, if I'm looking at that, I'm gonna get there with my hands.
And when you see the ball come in, you know, how far out are you trying to make that?
For me, it was like, if I make contact, I wanted to make contact here.
Like right.
Kind of, you know, okay, I knew myself as a hitter. So I know as a right-hander hitter, I'm a little bit out there.
Yeah.
As a left-hander hitter, I'm more here, more close to my body. So I didn't worry because it's two different guys. So I needed to learn this guy, and I needed to learn this guy.
Practice twice as much.
So exactly. And guys were like, oh, but you know, what about if you bring yourself to hit the same from? No, my man, because I will be always searching how to get ball swing. Like from the left side, I was a top tap guy. From the right side, I was a, stepping forward guy. It worked for me, but for me, like, and I try to teach the kids here at the academy, it's like all this information is value, and it's something that you could have a feedback right on the moment that before we didn't have that. Yeah. So use it to your advantage, but most importantly, get to know yourself.
Yes.
You understand? Like,
I completely agree. You use this to learn your swing.
Learn your swing, learn yourself, and take a look. And if you say, like for example, like for me, a big, I'm a big guy thinking that flexion in the back knee. If I'm this type of hitter, and I do this, I already come off. So I'm come off, right? I come off on my back leg. Yeah. So what that creates you're gonna open your hip first. You're gonna open your shoulder first. You're gonna fly. Yep. You're gonna chase.
Your weight is gonna be out in front of you.
Your wave is gonna be out. Yeah. Okay, but a lot of times you talk to hitters and or hitting coaches, and they say you're coming off the ball.
Like pulling this way.
But why?
Yeah. Where does it start?
It starts there, because if I come off,
you're done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But if I stay with that flexion and I attack the ball with that flexion, I'm compact. You understand? Like, so for me, like foundation, if I think about hitting to me, feeling as a hitter, 70% lower body, 30% hands. I don't worry about my hands because my hands are going to follow what I'm watching,
You
what I'm
trust your
seeing.
eyes.
My eyes are going to dictate, pitch up in the strike zone. My hands are pitch low in the strike zone. This will follow. It's kind of like this is connected to my eyes.
And you don't have time when you're in the box
No.
facing guys going like this
No,
to
bro.
think about where your hands are going. That just happens.
And another thing that I also, I'm a believer. Home plate. Let's say this is a home plate, right?
Yeah.
That's how big is the plate, right? And as a hitter, a lot of times we work this pitch. We work this pitch. We work the pitch inside, the pitch in the middle, and the pitch outside. It's fine. You could do that. But a lot of times we do this pitch, this pitch, this pitch, this pitch. That's too much, man.
Yeah.
It's impossible for your hitter to cover the whole home plate. You will never see hitters 300.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So find out where you're good at
Yeah.
and work in your strength. Because your weakness, if you could make your weakness, let's say, for example, as a lefty, everything in this area, I know I was going to hit.
Right. Yep.
Here. No, I don't know. So why I'm going to spend my energy and my effort here?
That's not your pitch.
That's not my pitch.
Yeah.
There's very little I could do there. So let me work on my strength. So my strength, so why? Because if I'm working here, there, and all of a sudden the pitcher miss right here, I'm not ready, bro.
Right.
Because I'm not spending my time where I should be spending my time.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell hitters, work on your strength. Who cares? Your strength was the one that got you to the big leagues.
Right.
No, because they're telling me that if I hit the ball to the opposite field more, I'm going to get more hits. Yeah, but what got you to the big leagues was center pull. Stay there. Another thing that I always talk to guys that I always say, okay, I always trying to encourage them to do. Let's say I'm at 300 in this area. Let's say I'm 300 here, and let's say I'm 280 here or 270 there, right?
Yep.
And I'm like 175 here, and then I'm like 225 here, and let's say I'm 285 here, and okay. So what that tells me is why I am going to work on elevation, meaning like, for example, the T, the pitch that I do the most damage,
Okay.
right? That elevation, right? But guys these days are doing this. They're working here. So if you work there, my look on the ball is completely different than me working there. So now, let's say I spend a lot of time working here because they're pitching me here.
Right.
But yeah, pitchers could be pitching me here, but a lot of times they're gonna miss here,
They'll miss that.
here. They're gonna miss close to my pitch.
Yeah.
But because I'm working too far up, and now I'm elevating my chances to chase even this pitch higher. So I encourage guys to say, okay, just work altitude. So that's a good elevation for me to hit that pitch. That's pitch in the middle. This is pitch away, same elevation. Pitch inside, same elevation. That's my bread and butter.
Well, and also because if you try to work so much on elevation or on your weaknesses, you're kind of letting the pitchers dictate.
I'm already losing, bro.
Right.
I'm already losing. If I'm a 280 hitter, I fail. I mean, what? 72% of the time.
Right.
I already.
You are career 280 hitter. Yeah.
I'm already failed 72% of the time, right? So
Right.
so the pitcher without throwing the ball
Yeah.
is already winning.
Yeah.
So I need to like work on my very tiny percentage.
Of where you
Oh, exactly. So that's
So what about 2 strike counts? Does that make a huge difference in your mind?
I don't
Or
want to
not?
get to 2 strike.
Just don't get.
No, I don't want to get to 2 strike.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 strike for me is like you're surviving for your life.
Right.
Like you're fighting for your life. So I want to make sure that I'm aggressive. I want to make sure that I'm looking on the area where I do damage, and I'm trying to avoid just chasing. But chase is an effect of being aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if I explain myself. I'm like swing, 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 take.
Right.
Swing, 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 take.
Yep.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
Okay.
So walks is an effect of you not chasing. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how it's.
Yeah.
You don't look for walks.
No.
I never look for walks. I don't went to the place thinking, oh, this is a good time to walk.
No.
No, man. Like, because I'm not gonna be. My takes are gonna be like, I'm taking. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to hit. So I need to be ready to hit. So it's like swing, 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 take. Swing, 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 take. Swing, 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 take. That's the aggressiveness that you need to create as a hitter. So I mean, everything starts with how do you perceive yourself as a hitter? Like getting to, like, for me, this information is super valuable.
Yeah.
Because it will allow me to, let's say this. Let's say you could put here my statistics,
Your stats. Yeah.
my stats
Okay, yeah.
here. I will come here, I will say, okay, this will dictate me right away where I'm good at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't even know where they're good at.
Right.
A lot of guys, you ask them, where's the ball that you do damage the most? And they go, like, I don't know, the pitch right here. It's not that pitch, it's this pitch.
Right.
But they think it's this pitch.
And you find that out.
And do you find that out there and you're like, Jesus Christ, like I'm working here, I'm not even good at here.
Yeah.
I'm good there.
Right.
So that's why it's good to find out where you're good at and position this.
Yeah. So if you get that pitch in your spot, you can do damage with it.
I'm not even thinking
Yeah.
because I know I will.
You will.
I know I will.
You have
That's
that
my
confidence.
mentality. That's my mentality.
Yeah.
Because that's where I do the most damage. Like
Yeah.
if everything is working properly, I know that my swing is going to be on that path, and I'm going to be able to hit it hard.
Yeah.
It creates awareness
Yeah.
to you and how you could get stronger or increase those numbers. For no doubt about that.